This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 517. The most important question content creators can ask themselves, and 3 changes that will bring your content from good to great, both by Greg Audino with Vibely.io. And I am Dan, I am your host and your narrator here, and welcome to Optimal Startup Daily, where I read to you from some of the very best blogs on entrepreneurship. And now we're going to get right to our post for today as we optimize your life. The most important question content creators can ask themselves, by Greg Audino with Vibely.io. Life as a creator comes with constant ups and downs, and it's easy for creators to question whether or not they should be devoting so much time, maybe their entire lives, to making content. Luckily, in good times and bad, there's one question content creators can always come back to if they really want to get serious about whether or not this lifestyle is for them. Would I create content if I knew it'd never amount to anything? That's no money, no viewership, just you, your content, and the feelings it brings you. Think carefully about this question, though. It's too easy to say that someone's heart isn't in the right place if they immediately answer no to this question. Let's look at layered responses to this question and what they signify. Responses that tell you it might be time to call it quits. No, I wouldn't keep creating, and I'd feel relieved about finally getting off the hamster wheel. No, I wouldn't keep creating because it's only worth it if I'm getting eyeballs and/or money. Or, no, I wouldn't keep creating because there's something else I really wanted to try instead. While these responses and others like them can have nuances worth paying attention to, what they generally share is a sense of transaction or obligation. Someone who answers like this continues to create because they rely on what they're getting in return. If they didn't feel as though they need the attention, security, identity, significance, or money that they currently receive from creating, they'd leave. So content creation becomes about filling a need, but in a way that is not fully enjoyable because they'd leave if things were just slightly different. However, nobody creates content or does anything without feeling some sense of benefit for their efforts. Let's see how this exists with some other responses that a creator might have to this question. Responses that tell you you're creating for the right reasons. No, I wouldn't keep creating because I'd want to find a different avenue of helping people if this one didn't work. No, I wouldn't keep creating because I need to find another meaningful way of spending my time and making ends meet. Or, yes, I'd keep creating because I get that much joy out of it and I'd have the time to spare. In these responses, we still get a feel for what the creator is getting from content creation, but we also see how even a slight change of wording reflects a different mindset. Creators who respond like this find something special about the process. They're fueled by the sheer joy it brings them or the feeling that they're helping others. If being unable to monetize their content is a deal breaker for them, it's because making money is a necessity which can coexist with a love for creating content. The content creation isn't just about earning money, so they'd require a different way of earning that, like creating, is also meaningful. As you answer this question about your work as a creator or whatever work you may do, you might find shades of both. Responses are certainly not limited to the ones we've explored in this article. What you want to look out for, and what is a privilege to be able to consider, is the type of work that drives your sense of personal fulfillment and contribution. If you find that the work you're doing is driven more by ego, status, wallet, or obligation, and it's not work that you'd want to do if you were stranded on a desert island with no one watching, it might be time to reconsider your work life or reflect on why you're currently feeling motivated by such things. 3 changes that will bring your content from good to great, by Greg Audino with Vibely.io. Chances are, this isn't the first article you've read about content creation. If you're here, you're probably taking your career as a creator seriously and have locked down a lot of the basics. You've most likely begun creating content on a regular or daily basis, identified your audience and what you offer them, learned how to make visually appealing thumbnails or pages. The list goes on. It takes a lot to be a good, effective content creator who does more than throw spaghetti at the wall. But the job isn't done. What gear do you need to shift into to take your content from good to great? How to take your content creation to the next level. 1. Study. Whether your focus is on helping people get fit or taking random dares in the middle of the street, there is something for you to study, and the best creators in your niche are already doing it. For creators that are teaching a certain skill, what to study might be obvious. Fitness influencers need to be aware of new research, trends, and methods in the fitness industry. Creators who teach a language should be studying different teaching techniques. This is critical for being able to solve your audience's problems using information and examples instead of personal opinions. And all creators, including those who aren't necessarily helping their audience reach a certain goal, must not just rely on being fun, but fiercely pursue the latest information on algorithms, what goes into making a viral post, SEO, what similar creators are doing, and much more. 2. Go to your audience. A great creator is humble enough to know that they must follow their audience rather than force them. They find success because they don't waste time on a platform that isn't for them, trying to convince an audience that they have a problem they don't really have. Instead, they know what problem they want to fix. They find the audience that is suffering from that problem, and they go to them. For example, a creator who specializes in helping young influencers create short, dynamic videos would be unwise to spend a lot of time marketing on Facebook, where the demographic is older and videos are not a significant part of the platform. Rather than insisting that their Facebook followers take their class, they'd make their way to TikTok, where their audience is already spending time. And 3, offer something new. Yes, you want to learn from the pros in your industry, and maybe you do have your own voice, but are you saying something no one has heard before? Well, probably not. That's hard to do. But you can present it in a new way, and this is often how you sculpt a truly new niche for yourself. A perfect example of this would be Mark Manson, author of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***. With his profanity and edginess, Mark has turned the personal development industry upside down. But he has gone on to say that many of his ideas aren't necessarily new. Instead, they're repurposed and presented in a new way. While his research and citations show that he is not always the first to arrive at the concepts he writes about, he is the first to successfully relay them with so much humor and foul language. He's a talented and highly intelligent writer, but his audience grows because of his unique approach. You too may be very skilled in your area of expertise, but if you're a creator who is looking to upscale, it's important to know that good content isn't always content that converts. Make these 3 changes to ensure that your hard work is getting as many eyeballs as possible. You just listened to the posts titled, "The Most Important Question Content Creators Can Ask Themselves," and 3 Changes That Will Bring Your Content from Good to Great, both by Greg Audino with Vibely.io. And thank you to Greg. He is actually part of our team here at OLD. He is the host and narrator over on Optimal Relationships Daily, where he reads articles covering friendship, dating, marriage, parenting, and everything in between, including your relationship with yourself. And you can find Optimal Relationships Daily wherever you're hearing this. And Greg is writing here for Vibely. Vibely is an all-in-one place to lead an interactive membership. Thousands of leaders have started their own communities on the Vibely platform, where they can connect with fans, but also offer additional products and services. And you can check it out at Vibely.io. But that should do it for today. I thank you so much for being here with me and listening all the way through, and I will be back here tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.